And welcome back to my shop. Rob from Woodsley Summercraft here. Today I want to do, I guess, a small production run of maybe 3 or 4 bowls, and I want to make them really simple and really quick so that I don't have too much time invested in each. I just watched the other day a video from another fella, and I'll leave a link below, and he basically does the same thing, except he's making 20 bowls in one day, and he says it's a 20-minute bowl. But let's see what I can do. I've got this piece of wood, which is actually from Point Peely. A buddy of mine that I work with managed to get a hold of this for me. I don't know what wood it is. It could be maple, but I'm not really certain what it is. This particular piece, I had another buddy of mine with a porter bandsaw. He took some slices out of it, and this is one piece. It is about 3 inches thick, just over 4 feet long, and it's about 6 to 8 inches wide. So I should be able to get some small cereal bowls or something out of it, but I want to finish them maybe with a food safe finish, and there's a good chance that they might warp as well, because it was only cut this year. So right now it stands at about 14% moisture, so whether or not it will warp or not, I do not know. I just bought it inside from sitting in the carport, so like I say, there's a chance that it will warp, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. I'm going to bring it over to the bandsaw right now and cut it into 3 or 4 pieces to make some bowls. And there I have 5 cut bowl blanks out of that one board, and they're all about 7.5, 8 inches in diameter by about 3 inches deep. Obviously we've got bark. We're going to cut that off, so that determines on what's the underside of the bowl. This will be the underside of the bowl on this particular one, and then we'll have a small tenon on the back, which we'll remove at the end. So now what I have to do is drill a 3/8 hole in the top side of each bowl blank, and then we can mount them to the wormwood screw in the chuck and turn all of the undersides first. Okay, so drilling the underside of each bowl, approximately 1 inch in. Now quite often what I use is Hampshire sheen, put some wax on the wormwood screw. Just helps it go into the wood that much easier, and why not? I've got it at hand, and then we can turn the wormwood screw into the blank. Okay, that's the outside of this bowl complete. It is sanded to 320 grit. It is just a utility bowl, so there's nothing really that special about this particular one. I just wanted to do this for production type speed for a change. So there's the first one. Okay, so there they are, 5 bowls. I've roughed out the back side of them and sanded them down or up to 320 grit, and I think that that is plenty smooth enough. What I'm going to end up doing is I've already applied butcher block oil, and I'll apply more, and I'm going to be using a beeswax stick. Okay, so finish of choice today is Watco's butcher block oil, and on top of that I'm going to be putting some natural pure beeswax. So I've got these sticks prepared, and we're just going to crank up the lathe on low speed and coat the bowl in beeswax and then buff it to a shine with a fresh paper towel. And that is done for now until I can turn the tenant off, and I will now repeat the process with the other 4 bowls with the beeswax. I might have a little clean up first. Okay, and now that's coated, and now I can crank up the speed and burnish that finishing. and thanks for watching. These are the 5 bowls that I made. I'm pretty sure that this is maple. I've given them all a slightly different treatment to the underside, which is a lot easier to do with a longsworth chuck than if you don't have a longsworth chuck. I made this a couple of months ago, and it was thanks to Stephen Ogle. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to his video, and he describes how to make one of these, and that's what I used was his method basically. So thanks, Stephen. That's definitely a good piece of kit to have in the workshop. So all in all, it took me about 3 hours to produce all of these bowls from the board to 5 separate bowls, which works out to be about 36 minutes a piece, including the bandsaw work and the roughing out and the finishing and sanding and oil and wax at the end. And they're nothing special. They're really just plain bowls. It was really, more than anything, it was practice with my bowl gouge. It was the first time I used a slightly different technique for roughing out the inside of the bowl, which I really liked. It was very quick, and also really just for production speed. Usually I spend about 3 hours just doing one bowl, and it's a lot more time consuming when I'm making a more decorative bowl. If you can call my bowls decorative, I don't know, but this was an easy wood to work with because there was no situations, no difficulties involved. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of it, and I know it was rushed through, but I thought I'd share this with you. So thanks again for watching, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you very much. And if you're not subscribed, if you hit the subscribe key, you'll be notified of my future videos. Take care now. No damage to the bowl or me.